Danny, what you got for us?
Not much. Pretty quiet.
Any sign of that guy with the camera?
Nah. Never showed his face again. A couple of power tools I'm not too sure about, though. Been a few of them in lately.
Wouldn't have a description of that guy, would you?
You know, average.
Well, average what? Anglo, Mediterranean, Maori?
Nah, Aussie.
Oh, come on, give us a clue. What sort of hair's he got? Brown, black, curly?
Nah, Aussie hair. You know, real Aussie hair.
That's it.
I don't know. They come, they go. Who notices?
You're a tower of acute bloody observation, mate.
I don't want to sell it, I need it. I just want to do the
You still
usual.
got that camera?
What do you want?
The Pentax? Yeah, it's not the one you were after, but I hung on to it just in case you want to have another look at it.
Good of you, Barry.
Yes, I thought so too. White with one sugar?
Thanks.
No,
he's right, mate. They changed the rules.
What are you telling me? I can't pawn this stuff anymore? That's what it works out to. Take it or leave it.
What's this Rolex?
Ah, that one.
$1,300.
Ask the stupid prick why he paid that much for it, will you?
White gold, 60 grams in the band alone. What do you think I'm going to pay for it? 50 bucks?
800 tops.
Bullshit, Dad. It's worth 10 times that.
To who? Look, white gold is a mug's game. It looks like bloody silver and nobody ever wants to pay for it.
You give me back my things! Oh, Jesus! You see what they do? They stole my ring! Where's my ring?
This is really ridiculous. You can't do this, you know. You've got absolutely no right. And I've got a right to know where you're taking me.
I don't know if we can do that, can we?
Very doubtful, mate. Not unless we bought off.
I tell you what, you tell us your address, and we'll tell you ours.
Come on, that's not what it's about. They wouldn't waste their time.
Well, if it is, you're backing me or what?
Of course I'm bloody backing you. He pulled a blade. End of story, forget it.
So what's the mail?
Good girl.
Word is we're getting Lockie Renford.
They couldn't be that bloody clever, could they?
Only name she's heard.
I've got something for you.
Have you? Good on you.
It's not bloody good enough. You've got to cast your net wider than this, for Christ's sake.
Not going for the Dogs is my decision, sir. As long as we're 3 teams under
The squad's
strength...
been 3 teams under strength for a year. That doesn't explain the lack of results in the last few months.
With respect, sir, it's catching up with us.
Well, that's not going to wash with upstairs, Senior. We're not happy with the lack of progress.
Look, who is, sir? Look, I'm going nowhere fast with a 2-man team on 4 Agbergs.
2? Since when?
Since Monday. I had to pull Dockett off to wrap up the brief prospector. They're due in court week after next.
Oh, good God, man, you could have got one of the others to do it.
No, sir. He's the informant.
Well, pull a couple off extortion. That's gone cold. You can afford to put that on the back burner.
Yet I can't. They're running on a witness.
Look, with respect, sir, there is no point having bodies loaned in for a few days here and there. Now, I need a full team, not half a one.
All right, you've had your say. No more excuses. You've got to make better use of your resources. What about forensic? You might like to start following that up instead of relying on kicking doors in.
So when are we going to get our new inspector, or we're just going to manage permanently without him too? This is bullshit.
Sample 9 taken from the floor, approximately 10 metres from the south face.
Pretty fresh on this wall. We only blasted here a couple of months ago.
Yes, I can see that. What sort of yield do you get?
Oh, easy 10, 12 tonne per kilo of explosive.
Not bad.
No.
You get a couple of good fault lines to sink your shot holes in.
Yeah, makes life a bit easier.
When would the floor have been at this level?
Oh, probably 12, maybe 14 years ago, give or take a year.
Sample 10, taken from the south wall, approximately 13 feet up from the toe. Butt level dates from 12 to 14 years ago.
Yeah, that'll be right.
Oh, so far we've narrowed it down to about a third of Victoria. Haven't quite arrived at the street or house number yet.
Well, don't piss me off, Goose. There's a nasty little shithead out there wearing size 8 Blundstones who likes kicking doors in. Now, he's got to live somewhere, maybe work somewhere.
Almost certainly.
Then throw me a crumb. There's got to be something I can start following up on.
Ah, you want near possibilities. We've got plenty of those. Some diatomaceous earth. Well, it's used in just about every kind of industrial filtration you can imagine.
Okay, such as?
Processing antibiotics, solvents, oils, alcoholic drinks, soft drinks, chemicals.
As a filter?
Listen, that's only for starters. It's also used as a filler in bricks. Tiles, paper, paint, lino, plastics, detergents, soaps, kitty litter.
Okay, is there anything that it's not used for?
Not much.
You left out sound insulation and toothpaste.
You've been looking things up again. I wish you wouldn't do that.
Look, there's 16,000 different types of diatoms, and not generally more than 1 or 2 ever found in the same spot. So it should be pretty easy to ID where they came from, provided that we know which 2 we're looking for, right?
Noddy, the Encyclopedia Britannica is not generally regarded as a top forensic textbook.
Am I right or not?
In theory, perhaps. Carol.
Ah, good. Last lot in?
15 more samples. How are we doing?
Ah, getting there. Peter,
Hi. May I,
please do. I'm just keying out the diatom from the boot sample. Now, the really interesting bit is this.
What is it?
Pollen grain.
So what does that tell us?
That the diatomaceous earth on our boot didn't come from 3 of our possible 5 areas.
Oh, I need to talk to you. I'm having trouble getting a section on the rat turd. It won't cut. It keeps breaking up.
Yeah, well, you have to set it in resin.
Mm-hmm.
Put it through the bacon slicer.
Well, I don't suppose you'd care to.
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Is that from our boot?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a look?
Yeah.
It's not actually a rat turd. They're readily identifiable. They dissolve in the mouth. It's a bituminous substance of some kind wrapped inside the diatomaceous earth. Our ag burglar's been walking around in some pretty interesting places.
Do we know what kind of places?
We'll have a better idea of that when we've run it through the SEM.
You all wandered upstairs.
Thanks. Can I get back to you about the soluble?
Anytime.
Thanks.
Look, any minute now, he's going to start constructing helicopters from clotheslines. Don't encourage it.
Oh, I think it's sweet. Nice bottom, too. Oh, well, they've got to be good for something.
Here's number 3. Got one of the shop's own bags in his hand, the cheeky bugger. Looks like he's there to return something. Saleswoman ignoring him.
I could have planned these. It's definitely a woman.
Way too big.
Oh, what man had come up with an idea like this? You wouldn't have a clue.
Bullshit.
Yeah? When was the last time you returned anything to a shop, huh? You wusses get your wives to do
Here
it.
comes the crossover. And he's off.
That's it. Same MO, different heads. But same routine right down to the shopping bag.
How much did your bloke lose?
In the heat of the moment, he reckoned 1 ring.
But he changed his mind by the time the insurance assessor gets there.
Do you want to give me the details?
So what do you think?
It's our target, all right.
Chapel Jewelers.
Jesus, how good is it?
Good as it gets.
With an E.
No, just give me the...
No, we don't need this. I want to be sure.
Mate, it's the same MO. It's the same type of offenders. They're young trendies. You never pick them. So they targeted the jeweller, knew what he had, and they went for one of his best pieces. Now it's either our mob or their twin cousins.
Who else worked on Operation Target?
Just me and Roscoe and Brian Petty from Robbers.
So there's no one else we can hand pass it over to?
No.
Bloody hell, when this happened?
Just now, mate.
Well, I don't want to know about this, neither do you.
Get stuff. Noddy, we've put 4 months into chasing these pricks. They've knocked over nearly $500,000 worth.
I don't care how good they are. You've had your chance.
Mate, we got a header here.
So that's bloody it.
So where's that leave me? What, 1 up on 4 ag birds? You can piss on that.
Settle down. No one's going anywhere yet. Let's wait and see what the little Sheila's got.
And what happens if she tips in for it?
Well, you see a bloody big smile all over my face. If a couple of escapees would go over the wall, then I'd be laughing.
What's wrong with a couple of ag burglars?
Well, we need a couple of quick wins on the board upstairs. Now, tomorrow would be nice. This afternoon would be even better.
You've been spending too much time at the parade.
Back off. Let them have a run at it. You might wind up with a full team.
Noddy, looks like it's on.
This is the property list from the last ag burg. See if you can do something useful for a change.
Hey.
What?
Lockie. He was called up to the Chief Super's office half an hour ago.
Come on, chicken. You've got to have a name.
I don't have to tell you, though. I don't have to tell you anything.
Fine, that suits me fine. You wear it, you don't say anything. Save me hours of bloody timing.
I'll be fair, mate. She's only a little cog in a big wheel. Why should she wear it?
Listen, sweetheart, we can do this real easy. We can be home before the street lights come on.
Yeah, but we can't send her out to Fairley for the night. She doesn't deserve that.
Mate, she's asked us about. She deserves whatever she bloody gets.
Have a heart. There's girls out there that can hang a bull out to piss.
They're gonna love a fresh little thing like you out there, sweetheart. You won't give them any trouble, will you?
This is crap. You can't hold me overnight.
Who told you that?
You don't even have the right to ask my name unless I'm driving a car.
Is that a fact?
And I won't agree to fingerprints or an ID parade either, so you can forget that too. You're not dealing with some bimbo.
You know a bit about the law, do you, sweetheart?
Yes. I'm also entitled to make a phone call, and I'd like to make that now.
It's a pity. Should have finished your degree.
Are you refusing to let me make the call?
Well, the law says not if we think you might ring an accomplice. You might dispose of stolen property. So, yeah, no call, sweetheart.
Fine. That's just one more thing you'll have to account for later.
What are you really scared of, mate?
This is bloody cokes. Stick around here, mate. We're going to need Darby for a minute.
How's it going?
It's not. We've got to shake a little bitch up.
OK. What do you need?
I've gone through everything property tracing have got. It's not a cracker.
So where the hell's it all going? Look, it's been a week since the last ag burg. Someone's got to be turning up.
No. Not even anything from the McGregor's property list. They got to be sitting on it.
You wanted.
Nice juicy strip search for you, Dubs.
Oh, you want me to go in there and take her clothes off for you? How long have you had this problem, Flo?
Oh, mate, I've already got one woman giving me the shits.
Well, certainly bloody well right.
It won't take long. If you've got the ring on, it'll take even shorter.
Back in a tick. So, how do you want me to do this?
Cold as ice, Dubs. Just treat her like a hunk of meat.
Being a little smart ass, is she?
Walking bloody authority on the Crimes Act, mate.
Oh. One of those.
Yep. Right, this lady's Senior Detective Darby. She's going to strip search you. You do exactly as she says. 1 ounce of trouble, we're going to do it ourselves. Understood?
You're not touching me.
That's up to you.
Well, come on, let's get on with it.
You can't do this.
You heard what the man said.
I don't even know what this is about.
Well, that's not my problem. Now, you know the procedures. Let's get it over with.
What procedures?
I don't have time for this shit. On your feet, girlie. Bag on the table.
They've already looked in it. What are you doing? That's my property you're wrecking.
Jacket, please.
This costs $380. I could have told you there was nothing in it.
The only thing I'm interested in is being told your name and address. Top, please. And that. OK, drop your dacks and I'll have your boots too.
How much longer is this going to take? It's freezing in here.
Well, you should have thought of that before you gave them the runaround. And your knickers.
You're joking.
Any time you want this to stop, you just have to hand over the ring.
I don't have it!
OK, knickers and socks.
This is really sick.
It's not my idea of a fun way of spending half an hour, I can assure you. I've got better things to do with my time. Don't! You put your clothes back on when I say and not before.
What are you doing?
Just put your hands behind your head, please.
Why? What are you going to do?
Just put your arms in the air and put your hands behind your head. OK, drop your arms. Well, we both know where you've got it, don't we?
I haven't got anything! This is all a mistake. It's got nothing to do with me.
I'm afraid it has.
I haven't got the ring, I swear it.
You're a very silly girl, and you're way out of your league.
I didn't take it. It wasn't me.
What's your name? Come on, I can't keep calling you girly. Haven't you got a nickname?
Joe.
Joe. What's that short for? Joanne?
Joanna.
That's better. OK, Joanna, you may put your clothes back on. Males never strip search females, Joanna. You shouldn't believe everything men tell us, kid.
Good one. Where'd you go, mate?
First name's Joanna, that's all I could get. No ID on her whatsoever and no ring.
Joanna. Well, it's a start. Good on you.
But I think you might have a big problem.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
Well, I hope you haven't touched her up or asked her out, Fluff, because she'd never keep up your late hours. You'd have to be up for school the next day.
Bullshit. You're bloody joking, aren't you?
She's got to be 24, 25.
No, I don't think so.
Are we getting anywhere?
I think she's a minor, Sarge.
A what? Oh, Christ. Did she tell you that?
No, but she's a clean skin for sure. Doesn't know the ropes, hasn't got a clue about procedures.
Still, it doesn't mean she's a minor, though, mate. Come on.
She's a kid, Fluff, trust me.
Look, we don't want to lose her now, not if we can help it. What exactly makes you think this?
Oh, her behaviour, the way she strips. Strips like a kid. I mean, hasn't got any stretch marks, boobs stand up on their own without a bra, not a trace of cellulite under fluorescent lighting.
Crap. I know women of 35 who look like that.
In your dreams, Roscoe, you're just too eager to notice the fine details.
I'm not 16, mate. I can't wear that.
Well, that's fine. OK, it's your problem. What would I know? I'm only a mother.
Hey, where do you reckon you're going?
Come on, get back in there and stay there. What are these two big bozos going to look like if it ends up in children's court? And that poor innocent little thing in her school uniform?
Oh, not good. Not good at all, mate.
Oh, listen, mate. This watch from McGregor's Eggberg.
What about it?
Well, I might have come across it.
Where?
Well, one of the second-hand dealers had something like it in his book. Different band, but white gold, black Rolex face.
Did you take it with you?
Yeah, well, it only happened this morning. This other stuff hit the fan, so I didn't actually get to sight it.
So which dealer?
Mossbach's shop.
Old Barry?
Yeah, he's got a bit of pass for him, too.
Yeah, for commissioning Eggbergs.
Oh, look, I wouldn't place too much straw on that, mate. Old Barry's not the man he used to be.
Once a crook, Always a crook.
Yeah, but he's not up to it now, mate. I mean, he's had a triple bypass or something.
Chapel Street Parade. It's pretty crappy looking. What's the purpose then of splitting up the watch with the band?
We can't sell the bloody stuff. It's too expensive. So when this bloke was interested in the band, I let him have it.
If you left it in one piece, you'd have got the price.
Bullshit. Who's going to pay 10 grand for a watch when half the country's on the dole?
Well, you won't get anything with that crappy band on it.
You see what happens when you turn your back for a minute and let the kid run the business?
Leave him alone, Barry. He knows what he's doing.
All right. But he should know better than paying that much for it.
Well, you taught him.
Barry, can I just have you up here for a minute, please? The person who bought the band, was he known to you?
No, never saw him before. He just walked in from the street.
What, he walked in off the street wanting a white gold watch band?
No, I reckon he was after a bracelet until he locked onto the watch.
He knew a bargain when he saw one.
Can you give us a description?
Yeah, 45, 50 maybe. He didn't look well heeled, but he paid cash.
How much?
3,000 for 60 grams.
100% profit is better than none.
You can kiss that off, I'm afraid. We're pretty sure the watch is stolen. We'll have to take it back.
Oh, shit.
Listen, the person who sold it to you, in the book there, you've got a Medicare card as ID.
You bloody well talk to him about that. I told him it wasn't good enough.
I poured a can out of the MOC room, mate, but there's bloody hundreds of Joannas.
We've got to do it, mate. It's going to be a slog.
Who's that?
It's only a maybe. There's only half a dozen matching descriptions, and they're all long shots.
Where do you reckon you're off to, pal? Oh, excuse me, sir. Something I can help you with? Where's your senior sergeant? He's, just there, in his office, sir.
No wonder you think you know 35-year-old women with perfect bodies, Roscoe. You're blind.
Watched in his own shop, for Christ's sake.
Told us that himself. White gold's too hard to shift. Receiver wouldn't take it.
It'd stand out like dog's balls. He'd have to be crazy.
Mate, he's too hungry to pass up on a quid.
Well, there might be something else.
Such as?
Well, there's a bit of a power struggle going on between Leon and the old man.
What, you reckon Leon set him up?
Look, I just can't see it, Pete. I think they bought it on the level.
Bullshit. They changed it. Tried to disguise it, then they spread it round. It's good enough to go for the dogs.
That's the boss, OK?
The squad's a shit heap, we both know that.
Though with respect, sir, that's the impression I had when I came here, but I've not found it to be the case.
Well, that worries me, Senior Sergeant.
What worries me, sir, is that I have 16 men here, and they're expected to handle the same number of jobs that 29 used to do.
Don't give me TJF, Moon. I've been hearing that for 25 years.
And as an ex-soggy, sir, I find those risk factors in their workload unacceptable.
I'm going to give you some good advice. I hope you'll take it. Don't give these people your guts.
G for golf, E for echo, Rogers. Yeah, it's a current Medicare card. Thanks.
No, it couldn't be. Lockie's our new inspector, isn't it? Is there some late bulletin you've forgotten to pass on, Doctor?
I don't know.
You great dickhead, Doctor.
Stop it. Someone's better than no one.
Yes?
Detective Sergeant Peter Faithful, sir.
Inspector Murdoch, Peter's team's working on the Agbergs.
What can I do for you?
We've recovered an item from one of the Agbergs in a second-hand dealer shop. We have reason to believe that these people are involved and would like to go for the dogs.
I'm not here, Sergeant. Don't come on board till 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Who's your acting DDO?
Inspector Evans, sir.
I suggest you consult him.
Well, it's a matter of some urgency.
Well, how good's the Sergeant?
It's a classic Rolex watch, sir. They don't grow on trees.
That's not what I asked, Sergeant. Has the owner identified it yet?
Well, we're on our way to do that now, sir.
Well, until he has, you haven't got anything, have you, Sergeant?
No, sir.
Well, I suggest you get on with it. And if it can't wait till tomorrow, see your acting DDI.
Very good, sir.
Not a new inspector, am I?
Deputy dog.
Wolf, bloody wolf.
The original band was taken off and disposed of separately. I'd only like you to look at the watch face.
I see.
Thank you. So, were there any specific features that you recognise? The sort of nicks, dents that come from normal wear and tear?
Yes, I suppose so.
If you can just take your time, John. It's not always easy when the appearance has been changed, so...
Yes, you see that? That little groove. I knocked it onto the bathroom floor. I cracked the glass, too, see?
So you're quite sure that that's your watch?
Oh, yes, it's mine.
You're quite sure?
Well, absolutely.
Thank you. That's excellent. This is the first item that's turned up for us. It's a very important break.
I see.
Was it the same men? We saw it on the news the other night. Was it them?
Yes, we believe so, Maureen.
Oh, those poor people. I wanted to ring them, but John didn't think it would be appropriate.
When we get into court, it's very important for us that the witnesses haven't communicated. That way there can be no suggestion of influence.
Oh. John did ring you then?
Maureen, there is actually one other thing that you could help me with. I didn't know if it'd be any use, but...
Well, yeah. I mean, we didn't know about the diatomaceous ether when we did the McGregor. Contents of their vacuum cleaner could be very useful.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought.
You surprised me.
Oh, good boy, you did get it.
Well, see how useful I can be when I'm kept in the know.
Yes, it would have been even more useful if you'd taken me with you.
Look, I would have, Goose, but it wasn't the right time. So is there any more information on our stuff?
Not much bituminous bit of mercury lead.
Suggest anything?
Number of possibilities. Almost certainly from an industrial site of some kind.
I've tried. He's not interested.
Look, I don't believe this. Are we going for the dogs or not?
You know the moss bags are better than anybody. What's it looking like to you?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah? Right. Let's not waste any more time. Straight down to Robert's DDI.
Jesus. Too busy building his nest.
Yeah, cheap.
I'm running out of day. We'll have to charge you or something. You going to put it to the boss?
Right, sir.
Gonna.
I don't think that's an option, Roscoe.
Do you understand that unless you identify yourself, everyone's hands are tied?
Mate, why don't we just stick her in front of the bloody courts and get it over and done with?
Man, if you're planning on a magistrate letting you walk, you can forget it. Court won't release you without an identity either.
You sure you've covered everything?
Yeah, MOC, missing persons, the lot.
Yeah. OK. Charge her. Put it to a magistrate.
She'll go to the bloody remand section for the night.
Oh, take Darby with you. Then she'll have a woman alongside her in court, and if she does turn up to be underage, her parents split the dummy, then you'll have made every effort to do the right thing.
Oh, you're going home to cook my kid dinner, are you?
Well, come on, these blokes have got their asses hanging out in the breeze here.
Of course I'll bloody stick by them, but you just keep forgetting I don't have a wife.
OK, what do you want me to do?
I want you to phone my mother and ask her very nicely if Tom can stay the night, OK?
Yeah.
All right, Joanna, let's go.
Where are you taking me?
Could be home if you used your head. I'd even drive you myself.
Get stuffed.
So where is this place?
Black Rock, middle unit 3, top security.
Looks like he could have himself a safe house.
Yeah, maybe.
So where's old Barry now?
On his way home.
Can you get in there and check it out?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a shit of a spot to get into. We'll try.
Yeah, won't you, Terry? Thanks. What's this?
Last of the heavy.
Naughty.
Well, he's not the bloody boss till 9 a.m. tomorrow. That gives us 12 hours to get rid of the incriminating evidence. How's it going?
Well, it looks like he might be up to his old tricks. Could have a safe house.
Good. Let's hope he's got 4 Agbergs worth of stolen property stashed in it. Any luck?
Remanded. The magistrate couldn't get it out of her either.
She still won't budge?
No.
I reckon someone's got her right under the thumb. Filled her head full of shit and she's hanging onto it like glue.
Yes. Yeah, this before docket.
All the time. Wife keeps locking me out.
Yeah? You don't beat her often enough.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Hey, Mooney, he's got a dog like yours.
Ah, come on, get out of there.
Look at this.
Hey, what's his commendations for?
Oh, who can afford a beach house? How long's he been copping a quid?
No way. He used to be in the toe cutters.
You're bloody joking.
What?
How good's that bit of mail docket? Good as your last?
Dead set. A mate over in IID told me.
We do not have mates in the toe cutters docket. We have acquaintances.
Senior Sergeant, when you're ready. Take a seat, Adrian.
So, what have we got? Well, our longest-running investigation at the moment, sir, is Operation Toga.
If you'd just like to wait in there, please, Joanna.
Night Roman's knocked her about a bit, mate.
Want to give me half an hour of it?
Yeah, good on you.
Right, Joanna. How would you like a nice hot shower, clean pair of knickers and some brekkie?
Yes, please.
Oh, come on. I can tell from the way you are, the way you talk, you've had a good education, you don't come from the kind of home that doesn't care. You're a real little Toorak girl.
A what?
You know, Double Bay. Swish spots up the coast where you rich kids go for holidays.
Oh. Well, we usually go to Bali.
What about your mum and dad? They're going to have a fit about this, aren't they? You've been missing all night.
It's got nothing to do with them. I look after myself.
I can talk to them. I can help you. But you've got to trust me.
I can handle it.
Been a lot of criticism of this squad's operations over the last 18 months. Some of it's not worth listening to, but some of it is.
Right. Well, she'll need a millways to get her out in Melbourne and Sydney. And she's not a country girl, right? And she hasn't even heard of Myers, so she's not from Adelaide or Hobart either. And she was supposed to be home, I reckon, wherever that was, last night. She's cacking it.
You bloody beauty.
And chances are that she flew in rather than bussed or drove or trained.
Were you flying at your target and shoot through again?
Yeah, looks like it.
You ripper. Mate, I think we wanted over here.
Oh, sure. I'm going to leave her in there while I listen to some toe cutter tell me how to do my job. Get stuffed.
It's going to be observed to the letter. All the way down to alcohol on the premises. And any man who feels he has the need to smoke can exit the workplace to do so. Well, that's about it. I expect your full support. I want to see this squad get its reputation back. Thank you.
Now, what reputation do you suppose that he's talking about?
Mate, it was probably the one we had before the crook's word became bloody gospel.
As long as they pull their heads in, I don't care how hard a line you've got to take.
Then reason beyond a certain point, they're just flogging a dead horse.
Anything that shuts up this talk of disbandment.
Come on, well, that's been hanging around since the old consorters.
Not as a regular topic at prayers.
What?
It's only talk.
No, hang on. Wait a minute. It's the sort of furphy the troops spread around when they're in the poo. We used to do it ourselves. It's not the kind of thing that's bandied about at top level.
It's not a serious option.
Bullshit. It's being talked about at prayers. You bet it's a serious option.
Keep your shirt on. It's not going to happen. Why do you think I wanted you in here?
I don't know. It is the sort of shit job you give someone you knew was taking early retirement in 2 years. Someone expendable.
You're out of line, Lou, and I take real exception to that. For Christ's sake, I'm trying to fight it.
Yeah, well, what was all that crap about lose a few hotheads and get some fresh blood?
Well, that's my option.
Yeah, well, I would have appreciated being given the full picture before I was roped in. What a bloody note that would be to go out on, eh?
Auto spotlight on front door. Very tight, very narrow entrance. 5 or 6 walls. Auto spotlight on garage and a security camera.
in this area?
This is the blue ribbon set, Roz. All the women stay home and have babies. Yeah, mate?
It's all right. We know you're the police. Local station told us. Thought we better check.
Right.
Thought we might like a cup of tea.
Crime 3-1 to crime 8-5.
Not here, mate. What is it?
Yeah, this is ridiculous. The whole bloody street's got us under surveillance.
Could be Brisbane, could be Perth, possibly three.
Why didn't he say so in his statement?
He said he didn't remember it till later.
Well, it could be Christian named Joanna, J for Juliet.
No, listen, fix up the date.
Yeah. I need Roscoe.
What? Why? What for?
Dogs are blowing up Black Rock, so I might as well go down to canvas and neighbours see if they've noticed anything.
You got a hand on it, mate, haven't you?
Look, it can't be us, OK? We're going to need some faces that Barry won't recognise if he turns up.
Goodness, more of them. I hope he hasn't done anything really unpleasant.
Nothing you'd need to worry about. Any large vehicles, trucks, that sort of thing ever call in there?
No. No, you'd certainly notice a truck in this street. Only that wretched woman with the Mercedes.
Number 11?
Yes. I mean, it says quite clearly no parking on one side of the street. It's too narrow. We can't get out of our driveways.
What colour, mate?
Cream. And it's got one of those personalised number plates.
You wouldn't have noticed what it was.
Dolly 7. She's got to be at least 60.
Singer. Dolly Singer. Husband, Julius. Little Collins Street jeweller. No priors, but some heavy connections. Abe Zachariah, Billy Collins. He was investigated in relation to the Costellano jewellery theft 6 years ago. On suspicion of receiving and transporting stolen gems to Israel for recutting. Passport check says Singer's visa for Israel was renewed 2 days ago. And he's booked on a flight to Tel Aviv tomorrow night.
The safe house?
Barry took out a lease on number 11 Eunice Crescent on the 11th of March. That was 10 days prior to the first egg bird.
A woman?
She's been a regular visitor, like clockwork. Every Thursday night. Gets there at 8, leaves about 10.
I'd be a lot happier if the dogs had been in and checked the place out. Darby!
Well, come on, Mooney. It's tonight or never. If we don't get him on the handover, we're going to lose Barry or the Singers.
There is no value in rushing it under present circumstances.
The crooks set the timetable, not us.
Yes, I know that. What I'm saying is I don't think he'll approve it. He wants us to sit on our hands.
Look, and we will get shit canned from here for next week if they jump and we miss it. For Christ's sake, it's a couple of oldies, OK? It's not like a level 3 and an arm robber.
OK. Right. Just wait till he leaves the building and then go for the robbers' DDO. But you put me on the list. I want to be there tonight. Right.
Got him.
So, who turned him up?
Ex-copper mate of mine, airline security. Blocker 3, Gold Coast to Melbourne yesterday morning. Joanna Lennon, Joy McCartney and Rodney Starr. Ring a bell?
Yeah, so where are these other two?
They cancelled last night, 6 p.m. flight. Same time tonight.
What, they hung around waiting for it?
Yeah, looks like it. We'll pick them up at the airport.
You're not taking Roscoe, eh?
No, he's taking me.
I'm going to need him tonight.
Oh, what about Fluff?
Well, I'm going to need him too. I mean, can't you take Anton?
Thanks a lot. No, it's a good idea. I mean, you're the one who brought it in. You're the one who's going to recognise them.
OK, let's go.
OK, there it is.
I'll be back later, Joanna.
Where are you going?
I'm going to pick up the other 2/3 of Lennon, McCartney and Starr. I suggest you have a long, hard think while I'm gone, my girl.
Shit. So what's going to happen now?
There is nothing I can't do if you trust me. Now, you chop me in, I'll do everything I can to help you. You rag me once and it's all off.
Goes home to his wife, 5 p.m. on the knocker. What more can you say?
Give him time to get out of the car park. I like to know I'm not lying. Peter, you, get in touch with Forensic?
Not until we've got the warrant. How's it coming?
Oh, we're getting there. Oh, pass the carbon bag, will you?
This?
Mm-hmm.
Carbon cement.
We have to make the sample conductive before we can put it into the SEM.
What, are you kidding? It's got to be earthed.
Absolutely. We're going to bombard this poor little thing with electrons. But if it isn't earthed, it'll build up a horrible charge and mess up my pictures. I've mucked one up already.
Is that it? Our bird sample?
Ian, you come in here. Take a look at this. Tell me if I'm going potty.
Key it up a little further.
Ah, well, at least it's not my mistake.
No. I'm damned if I know what it is, though. I can't even make an association with them.
What's the problem with it?
Well, the diatoms aren't just coating the bitumen, they're all the way through it.
Diatom, bitumen, mercury, lead, all interrelated.
So, what does that mean?
It means they must all be from the same place and that they've been there for a very long time.
What, does it give us a place?
Yes. Battery factory located at the bottom of a quarry that's been there for at least 50 years, which is clearly bullshit.
So, is this any use?
Oh, yes, it's useful, all right. If we ever find this place in our lifetimes, we'll have this crook by the balls.
Goose, I've got another house for you.
Both in, Noddy.
Yeah, roger, Tezza, we're on our way.
Get Dales. 20 minutes, flat chat. I don't care if she's in a 90.
All right.
Let's clear the place. If there's anything here, I want to be damn sure forensic finds it.
Can't round the corner and do right.
Nanny, what are you doing?
I'm praying, mate. This isn't what it looks like.
Hey, you were putting me on, weren't you?
No way, mate. They were stark bollockers going hammer and tong.
Oh, where is she?
She's in there. Give it the works, will you? Do whatever you have to.
Hey, go on, Flat.
Any light at the end of the tunnel?
I think so far. We've pulled out the stove, backs off the cupboards. Just how much damage do you want us to do?
Nothing you can't put back.
We're not renovators, you know. We only undo.
We'll say when. Just make sure if there's anything to find that you bloody well find it.
Mate, you're in no position to lay threats.
Where is she? What are you bastards done with her?
Sit down.
Mr. Singer has a policewoman looking after her, Mr. Mossback.
This is bloody lovely, this is. Bloody lovely.
Shut up.
This is turning to shit.
Yeah? So what do you want to do?
I'll piss the old Sheila off. At least we can go Barry for the watch. That might shut him up.
Yeah, that and his wife. Look, he doesn't want her to know about, he wouldn't want to cross her. Hmm?
She can go home.
Well, looks like you're all right to leave. Now, would you like me to phone your husband and say that you've had a bit of an accident?
Oh, would you?
It'll be all right. We can say that you've been helping us make a statement, okay? In there, please, Kirby. Fixed. Even though I'm only a mother.
How'd you go with the kids?
Oh, when I left them, they were talking their heads off.
The girl?
She'll be 16 next month.
You don't make waves for us, and we won't turn your life to shit.
Oh, you got a bloody hide after pulling that stunt tonight.
We had reason, and you know it.
Well, should I know it? We handled that watch in good faith.
Why don't you tell that to the magistrate, pal?
I've already done my due. What more do you want, huh? I've got every right to lay a bloody complaint against you, Lord.
Jesus. You wouldn't want to do that, mate. But if your missus gets wind of this, she'll have your guts for garters. What do you reckon?
You bastards, you want it all your own way, don't you?
Listen, pal, if you're going to chuck a heap of complaints our way, why should we give a stuff what happens to you?
All right. No charge from you, no complaints from me. I wouldn't want Yvonne knowing any more than she already does.
Deal. Record of interview between Sergeant Peter Faithful and Barry Mossman.
What a bloody shambles. I've been in and out of IID all day. What the hell do you think you were doing?
We tried to contact you, sir, but you left the building and we're in transit.
You pulled a Swifty, Senior Sergeant. The oldest one in the book. Don't you ever try that with me again.
No, sir.
Jesus Christ. 24 hours and already I'm up my armpits in complaints. And what were we doing, remanding 15-year-old girls?
We had no way of knowing her age, sir.
You had enough of an idea to keep a policewoman alongside her all the way.
Precaution.
That's not what a father thinks. He's raising the bloody roof. Oh, well, I can stand it, kid. Just. But a fistful of complaints from an old shithead like Barry Mossback. I mean, it's an embarrassment. Couldn't you have used your brains? Made a deal with him, for God's sake. The last thing we need in here is the toe cutters.
We did have a deal, sir.
Well, it's leaking shit all over you, Senior.
Let's see why he's got a word in his iron, mate.
Don't you worry about that. Our turn will come.
Thanks for interesting listening. They spilled their guts.
Good on you.
Yeah, a couple of Turkish guys from the Gold Coast. They got a disco. They recruit the kids. They've been working Sydney as well. Brisbane majors have got a stack on them.
Ah, I can feel an interstate trip about to happen, mate.
Surface, eh? Sounds bloody awful to me.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's Toga. Yeah. You may as well hang on to them. The boss wants her to stay with the dealers.
You're bloody joking, aren't you?
Don't start, okay? I've had enough for one day.
Bullshit. We've spent 4 bloody months on this.
Come on. Another day. Let's give this place the ass.
Let it piss the whole time with there, pal.
Doesn't rain in the casinos, mate.
I was just coming up to see you.
What about?
Does my Senior Sergeant know the squad's under threat?
Yes, I think he's aware of it.
So you've been leaning on him too, eh?
I've encouraged him to look to their results.
I thought so.
Why?
Well, nothing. I'd appreciate it if you didn't do it again. The silly prick listened to you.
Oh, I bet you he enjoyed shit canning the hell out of us up there.
Couldn't hit the bloody lifts fast enough, mate.
Oh, who gives a stuff?
We do. Bloody toe cutters in the majors. Jesus Christ. Hey, you wouldn't have any coin on you, would you, Mooney?
Yeah, sure. What for?
Phone call, mate.
Not gonna ring your wife, are you? She'll phone.
Nah. Gonna ring old Barry's missus, mate. Fuck him.
Well, I'm not going to stop him.
Well, don't look at me.